In this video, let us understand what is a Run as account. Azure Automation allows you to automate tasks against Azure resources by means of runbooks. These tasks can be anything like starting a virtual machine or maybe listing all resources in a subscription. In runbooks, all such tasks that you create against Azure resources using Azure Resource Manager and PowerShell commandlets must authenticate to Azure using Azure Active Directory. For this purpose, we have Run as account. A Run as account is like an on behalf of identity, which is used to provide an authentication mechanism and access to Azure resources through runbooks. There are two types of Run as accounts. First, Azure Run as account, which is used to manage access to Azure Resource Manager resources. Second, Azure Classic Run as account, which is used to manage Azure Classic resources based on Classic deployment model. Let us switch to Azure Portal. From the Azure homepage, I go to Automation Accounts and click on Add button. As you can see, at the time of creating an automation account, you are presented with an option to create an Azure Run as account also. However, you can also create a Run as account later. Let us look at what happens when you create a Run as account. We are on the home page of Azure. I click on my test automation account named Automation Test. I select Run as Accounts in the Account Settings section. If you want to create a Run as account, you can follow this link to the documentation. Permissions required to configure a Run as and Classic Run as account are mentioned on these links. Similarly, you can follow these links for other FAQs related to Run as account. I have already created a Run as and a Classic Run as account in this automation account. I click on the Azure Run as account to see its properties. When I had created this Run as account, a number of steps were executed in the background. First, an Azure Active Directory application with a self-signed certificate and a service principal account for this application were created in Azure Active Directory. By default, it assigns contributor role for the account in your current subscription. You can change permissions to reader or any other role. Second, an automation certificate asset named Azure Run as certificate in the specified automation account was created. The certificate asset holds the certificate private key that the Azure Active Directory application uses. This self-signed certificate is valid for 1 year from the date of creation and must be renewed before that. You can see the expiry date here. Lastly, an automation connection asset named Azure Run as connection was created in the specified automation account. The connection asset holds the application ID, certificate thumbprint, subscription ID and tenant ID. This connection is used in runbooks for the purpose of authentication to access Azure resources. Let us quickly look at an example of how to use a Run as account in a runbook. I go to my test automation account and select runbooks under Process Automation section. You can see a few tutorial runbooks which are provided as samples. Let us look at Azure Automation Tutorial Script PowerShell Runbook. This example runbook lists all ARM resources using Run as account to authenticate into Azure. As you can see in the first line of code, we store the name of Azure Run as connection in the variable connection name. Inside the try block, we get Azure Run as connection asset in variable service principal connection using the getAutomationConnection commandlet and connection name. This connection asset is the Azure Run as connection which is stored in the Run as account, as we saw earlier. In the next line, we log into Azure using the properties of service principal connection like tenant ID, application ID, and certificate thumbprint. After we successfully establish a connection, we iterate over all resources in all resource groups using 2 for each loops.